Bitcoin has had a resurgence in interest because it's had a resurgence in value. It's a very, very volatile asset class, and it gets a lot of press on its way up, gets a ton of press when it has a precipitous downgrade and goes down, and then nobody hears about it for a while. They want to understand, are they missing out on something, or is it just another fad? I know, and I'm kind of agnostic to it. I'm like everybody else saying, if it works, I should own some. But frankly, all I've seen so far is volatility. Perhaps what's interesting about Bitcoin is the fact that it trades 24/7 in perpetuity, and that there's very few markets that actually have price discovery going on all around the world every day, regardless of what else is. So maybe what it really speaks to is having other asset classes like stocks, like bonds, trade in the same manner, where there's a market bid 24/7 globally. Maybe what Bitcoin is telling us is that we should have liquidity perpetually in every asset class, and that pure price discovery may be the way of the future. And in a way, if that actually happens, there'll be less demand for something like a Bitcoin. My issue around these special asset classes, let's drift back to Bitcoin, there would be tremendous value in a currency. I look at the asset value of Bitcoin versus the asset value of all things traded. And Bitcoin is still a nothing burger, a giant nothing burger. And the reason I would argue that that's the case is you don't have every institution willing to play ball with it. But if there was an attempt to either take Bitcoin itself or some other currency, because I think Bitcoin's proven the first mile, there's no question about it. There's global interest in a digital currency. But a digital currency that could be traded everywhere with the regulator agreeing to it and would be agnostic. In other words, you could trade it to buy assets in Switzerland, trade it to buy assets in France or in England or in the United States, and everybody would take that digital currency. Then you would have something. That way I could keep half my net worth in the digital currency and just flow and trade. That is a vision that's really attractive versus this tiny little thing that for some people is an outlier, that in many ways is not liquid or not easily liquid. Like if I want to buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin right now, I got to do a fair amount of work to pull that off. It's not instantaneous. It's getting better, I agree. I can't get consistency with any single regulator on endorsing Bitcoin for me to actually do a significant transaction.